Hi, everybody. I saw everybody leaving. I was like, whoa, is it going to be this bad? Am I going to be this bad? It's like, whew, whew. But something I wanted to share with y'all is that I'm from Stockton. And that's really important for me that I'm here because as somebody who grew up in Stockton, every day when I would drive away from my home, I would pass through this university, and it would be my first view of what college life was. It'd be my first view of what my life could possibly be. And every day I was reminded about that. And it took time for me to reflect, when Laura and Colleen asked me to speak up here, what my purpose was. And it took me a bit to reflect all the people who were there before me to get me to the place that I am now. And I guess my story really starts with my parents and my grandparents. For those who don't know, many of my parents came over to this country, first undocumented, and then became a citizen here in this country from Mexico. And each day I'm reminded of their work ethic to be, where I'm at. My grandparents, they were with us for such a long time, and we always, looked with them with respect. And my grandmother, who's very special to me in my heart, she taught me a lot of things. She taught me to be charitable. She taught me really what it means to have a home. And I think that's what I carry with me wherever I go. I try to make a home wherever I am at. I try to make people feel welcome, appreciated. I think that's my purpose. I love doing it. Something my grandmother taught me, because she's a very religious woman. She taught me to be charitable. She taught me to be nice to everybody. And something that I learned from it, although it was a belief that she had, I learned that it was really fulfilling for me as a person. I learned that being helpful to other people, it made me feel it made me feel valued. It made me feel valued, and I know it made other people feel valued. And I think the best thing you can give to somebody sometimes is a little bit of a validation, and just to know that they're important to you in your life. And looking back where I was in Stockton, I wasn't seeing a lot of that in some places, but then it's a very surface level thing to the outside world. I think if somebody comes into Stockton, they hear the crime rate, they hear the homicides, they hear the stealing, and they can see some of that too. But I think also in a place that has such a bad reputation sometimes, there's so many nurturing relationships that come out of there. Throughout my whole childhood, I made so many friends. I made new homes. In my school time, I made a lot of friends. I have a friend that comes here that I knew since middle school, my friend Colin, and then we both decided to come here. I met so many new people here. I met Colleen, who's oh my gosh, my mentor, boss, whatever. It's so many titles. And I just made my community here with a bunch of friends. And everybody who's out here who knows me knows that I really value you and I appreciate you being here. And for those who aren't here, I also value you have your things going, but I think that I think that I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the impact that you put in my life. And I think that, if anything, my purpose is to share what one person can do to change somebody else's life. And going back to my grandmother, before I came here to Pacific, my grandmother was going through cancer. She was going through stage 4 cancer, and it got to a point where we knew that she had a limited time to live. And I remember the times that I always had this impression of her that she's going to be this person that stays with me forever, that she's going to be immortal, she's going to be always there for me. Because I had that in my childhood, growing up, she was always there for me. And to see somebody each day, get weaker and maybe not as healthy anymore is really hard to see. And I think it's our experiences that really tie us together. And on my first day here at Pacific, actually, my grandmother passed away. And I think with her passing away, I think it was a mark for me to know that, to reflect on what one person could do to change my life. And I'm always grateful for my grandmother because she really meant a lot to me. She basically taught me how to like love other people. She taught me to be a nice person. And I try to do community service where I can because I think that we should all feel, like again, we should all feel validated. And just to sum it up, I guess, wherever you're at, I think, wherever you're at, and you may not know your purpose yet, but you should just reflect on all the people around you that got you, helped you get where you're at right now, and all the people that you can also be helping, because there's people, I always think that there's always somebody in front of you, there's always somebody behind you, and sometimes the person that's behind you is the farthest in front of you, if that makes any sense. So always look forward to helping other people, and always look forward to, having a meaningful relationship in somebody's life, because they can be in any situation at all, and they might need you to be there for them. And